Hello, I'm Dr. Annadale, and our text today is How to Succeed in a Philosophy Course. This is Chapter 7 of Brian Mogck's book, Writing to Reason, and I've asked you to think about three topics in reading the chapter. First, the virtues that Mogck says are key to success in philosophy class. Second, the skills that one should acquire to excel at philosophy. And third, the myths about philosophy that Mogck says one should dispense with at the outset. And I'll just offer a brief comment about each of these areas as a stimulus to discussion. First, about the virtues. I think that reading Mogck's list of virtues and his discussion of them is a good reminder that the study of philosophy is a dynamic study. That is to say, it's not just a mastery of information or the acquisition of a skill set, but it's a transformation of the whole person. Philosophy changes us. It calls on us to become more virtuous in an intellectual and moral sense. So we're challenged constantly by our study of philosophy to become different people and better people. Second comment about skills. Mogck is very good about emphasizing that careful reading and writing of philosophy texts is an arduous process. It's difficult. And this is a good occasion for me to remind all of my students that reality is complex and not simple. And therefore the study of reality, including the study of reality through philosophy, is difficult and not easy. Anytime we find somebody promising us a simple philosophy for an easy understanding of reality, we're quite right to be suspicious. And the third, about the myths. I think that Mogck's analysis of different myths that afflict beginning students of philosophy or pre-philosophers is a very good model of some best practices in philosophical argument. Specifically, the practice of respectful disagreement, of the charitable interpretation of opposing positions, and of the honest and sincere, rigorous use of the imagination to explore opposing arguments. You'll find, especially in the case of A versus B, that Mogck is quite good about setting out the arguments on one side and then saying, somebody who is opposed to this point of view might make this argument, and then giving not just a cursory review of the argument, but exploring it in some detail with an eye towards discovering where the truth lies. Those are my three comments on this text. I hope you find them stimulating for discussion. I look forward to talking to you later. That's all for today. Thanks. Bye.